Hi there. I hope you are doing great. I want to introduce myself. My name is Karla Rivera. I work for a company called Cisco Systems Inc., which is in the technology industry. And my title is Strategy Planning Operations and Transformation Senior Leader for what's called America Service Provider. I also volunteer my time as the co-chair for Women of Cisco board for the Americas. So today I wanted to talk to you about strategy. So let's talk about the definition of strategy. Strategy seems to be a little bit different for every person when you ask them. It's pretty simple though when you think about it. As far as when we think about visions and missions and strategies, strategy is really the how. The vision is really future state. What is it going to look like, right? And the mission is why we do what we do. Our strategy then is saying how. How do we do it? And it's very important to understand, of course, the vision and the purpose. You need to know why you're doing things. But the strategy here is once you have an idea of that outcome, the strategy is the game plan of how to accomplish the goals you have set to win and to be successful. And to be successful or win, you have to plan how to use your resources and talent to give you the best advantage to win or succeed. So for example, I'll give you two. If you desire to be a professional baseball coach when you grow up, you can assess the rankings of your best players, who's the best, and put them in the positions that you need to put them in. For example, the best pitcher and the best batter. You need to decide where do you want to put them in order for your desired outcome, which is to win the game and beat your opponent. So your best hitter would bat fourth, as we call him, a cleanup hitter. And hopefully that hitter will hit a grand slam because all your batters number 1, 2, and 3 are on base. And you may decide that you want to put your best pitcher as a closer, as the strongest one, right? You want to make sure that you win the game, so you're going to put them at the last inning, right, to close, to be the closer and close them out. So another more simple example, if baseball or sports isn't your thing, is if you and your sibling want to buy your mom the best Mother's Day present. So you would assess, what does mom love? Well, she loves our paintings. And so you decide, okay, she loves our paintings. I want to paint her a painting for Mother's Day. Then you need to start putting a strategy together, which is your plan. Well, and you have to think about, well, how much time do I have to do it? How much time does my sibling have as well? How long does she take or he take to paint that painting? Does that give you and your sibling enough time before Mother's Day arrives? And is your sibling on board? Do they want to paint? And how much money do you need to buy those supplies you need to paint for her painting? So based on all these different factors, you can build a plan and prioritize what to do, when to do it, and understand why you're doing it. A strategy also helps you to determine, again, what limitations in resources, what do you have and not have? Do you have the money to do that? Do you have the time to accomplish it? Is your sibling not wanting to do that and wants to do something else? So you need to influence and bring her on board to do this really cool painting with you. So I'll give you another example regarding this painting. So you may want to paint a huge painting for your mom, but you're limited on money and time to do this. So then you have to make sure that you customize your strategy to the time and the money and the resources that you have. So therefore your strategy generally involves, setting that goal, determining actions to achieve those goals, and then mobilizing resources to execute those actions. So a strategy is combining this to meet your desired outcome in the best possible way. So going back to the painting, you have now looked at how much time do you have for your Mother's Day. You've got your sibling on board that wants to do it. You've determined that you don't have enough time to do the huge painting, but you can certainly do a medium-sized painting. And so your plan is pretty much set, and you have how to get to your desired outcome, which is giving your mom that awesome painting that she wants to open on Mother's Day. So on another note about strategy, building your strategy around you or your team's uniqueness, okay? Your uniqueness gives you an advantage against your opponents or your competition. So use those superpowers. Use your own uniqueness. My superpowers are persuader, supporter, and entrepreneur. So whatever yours might be, utilize those to make the best strategy, because that's how you're going to be the most successful, is using those strengths. Strategy is the creation of a unique and valuable position involving a set of all these reinforcing activities and assessing the resources like we talked about. So hopefully that was helpful to you, and I'm sure hoping that I get to see you all again, and hopefully you enjoyed this time we spent.